Good morning, my Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Brackbill, Stampin' Queen. It is actually Movie Sunday because I'm filming this on Easter Sunday as I'm waiting for my family to finish getting ready for church. So I thought I could do a quick video here and get things rolling. So I just want to wish all of you a very blessed Easter today. And I hope you're able to enjoy the gorgeous day that the Lord has given us. I wanted to show you real quick this card that we made in my mini Stamp-A-Stack last week. We're using the Botanicals for You set, which is still available. It is a freebie that you can earn during celebration. We're winding down. 31st of March is the last day, but this is one that you can earn for free. And I found this one on Pinterest and really love the simplicity of it, and I love the colors that were used. I'm not exactly sure who it was from, but wanted to show you this quick card using rich Razzleberry, Blushing Bride, and a little pear pizzazz in here, and of course our Archival black, which I absolutely love. So I will again put the dimensions on my blog and on this video as well, but just to show you how this card, it's a little bit of a different play on the traditional card because I have the Razzleberry as a quarter of a sheet of 8.5 by 11, and then the card is actually the white part. So sometimes I can play with your mind just a little bit. So I do have my score line in here so that I know where the center of my card is going to be. I'm going to use my basic black Archival and ink up my Just For You. I really like the Archival the best with this particular stamp because it just gives a nice rich black color. And one thing that we use sometimes with the red rubber stamps, and in my stamp room we use the big plastic 8-foot tables, and sometimes they have a little bit of give to them. So if you have a table that's a little bit plasticky, I like to take a tile. This is just, you know, regular tile from Lowe's, and stamping on that can make a little bit of a difference if you're having trouble with your image. You see there's a lot of fuzzy on my stamp, so we're going to hope it comes out okay. But that tile can just give you a nice hard surface and helps the image come out a little bit better. So with photopolymer, sometimes we need a little bit of a cushiony surface, so we like the Stampin' Pierce mats. Sometimes with the red rubber and the clear mount stamp, we need a little bit of a harder surface, and so that is what I choose to use for that. I'm going to come in with our rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to ink this. And one thing that we're struggling with that I've noticed, these stamps are very small with a lot of rubber around them. Now you could go ahead and trim them a little bit closer. The issue that I find is that now your surface area is much smaller and they don't want to stick as well. You can see especially, you know, look how much rubber there is on the outside of that. And so it's very easy to catch the edges of that stamp, especially with our firm foam pads, which really have the ink at the surface of the pad, so you don't have to do a lot of heavy pushing. So nice light tapping, almost even just laying your stamp in your ink pad can help. And so you can see that I'm not really catching the edges just because I'm stamping that lightly. I'm not sure that my ink, these went through a class, and so they might be a little bit dry. I'm going to come in then with a smaller stamp again. See the edges that I'm catching, or the edges, I mean on that red rubber, just nice light taps. And this is just random. You also don't have to push very hard when you're using the clear mount stamps. And that's another, it's kind of a learning curve of using the ink pad and learning how to not to catch those edges. So the next color that I was going to use is our Blushing Bride. And hold on one moment while I don't have a wipe to clean these. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. One of these days I'm going to learn how to do editing, and I'm going to be able to edit my videos and splice things together. I need to just sit down and figure that out. So again, with the Blushing Bride, nice light taps here, not really pushing hard into the ink pad and not really pushing hard onto my cardstock when I'm actually stamping. And I'm hopefully not going to catch any edges, but every now and then you did. And that's just one of those things that we have to say, well, it is handmade. It is not mass produced by the thousands at Hallmark. So Pear Pizzazz is the green that I'm going to use with my little leaf here. Just randomly stamping that little stem there. They don't all have to have a stem, but and they don't even have to line up perfectly. That's okay too. That's again the beauty of hand stamping. Somebody knew that you took the time to create something just for them. Okay, so that is really all there is to that one. Now I did do an inside. I like the sayings of the stamp set that we have, because it works for birthday, it works for thank you, and then it works just for anyone you want to send a card to because they're awesome. And then I took a little bit of rich razzleberry and I took that little baby flower that we have and I just inked it up and I stamped it 3 times without re-inking. So you can see where I'm getting the 3 different colors. If you guys are long-term stampers, you might notice that that almost looks a little bit like Orchid Opulence, which is a very pretty purpley color that we had a couple years ago. And that's just very easy to do. Now, that looks a little bit wet, so I'm going to give it a little bit of drying time. My black is very juicy. I just re-inked it. Okay, so now to add just a little bit extra to this card, of course, what you can do very quickly is attach it right to your card base, and now you're done. That was a very quick and simple card that you're ready to send to somebody. Or you can doctor it up just a little bit if you want a little extra bam. And I'm going to take the Winker pen, the Winkastella pens. These are one of my favorite items from the Occasions catalog, and this just gives it a little bit of glimmer. I'm not sure, it doesn't really, it's very hard to see on the video. It's not glittery, but it is a shimmer, kind of a sheen. If you hold it to one edge a little bit, you know, kind of tilt it and catch the sun, you'll see that it's got a little bit of sparkle to it, which is really nice. And everybody is loving these pens. In fact, loving them so much that they are on back order, but Stampin' Up! Is working diligently to get them to us. And I say that I think I've maybe waited about 2-ish to 3-ish weeks to get them, and that's not too bad. I'm trying to be patient. We do have them in clear and we have them in gold, but it is quickly become my favorite thing in the Occasions catalog. So you can have a little bit of the sparkle and sheen without the mess of glitter. So I have that done, and then I'm just going to come in and rhinestone, just put a couple of those rhinestones on the flower center. Normally I would have my paper snips here and use those, but I was trying, like I said, I'm trying to do this very quickly before they come storming in to head out to church today. So maybe just in those big flowers, couple little rhinestones. Now I would take my snail adhesive, which I don't have either. I know I'm not prepared today and I'm very sorry, but I did want to just knock out a quick video for you guys. Snail adhesive onto your card, and there you go. A gorgeous, quick and simple card just for you. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great Monday, and I will see you next week.